All right, what's going on, guys? We are back with another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new LR Majin Vegeta plus Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku that is going to be coming out for Saiyan Day. I want to go do a full breakdown of their kits, their details, all the good stuff that these boys are doing. This is a phenomenal pick, by the way. Like, I'm going to start off by saying that, like, this is like my dream pick for this Saiyan Day. I love that we are getting a new Majin Vegeta. I love that they made it a tag switch character with the Goku. I think this is awesome. I am so excited for this. Saiyan Day, the 18th. So that's when I expect this character to drop, is actually on the 18th. It won't drop any sooner or later, anything like that. I mean, depending on, you know, your time zone, it might be a little bit different. But the 18th is Saiyan Day. That's when it kicks off. That's when we get to see these characters every year. And this year they finally just upped it and they made it an LR. So that's very cool. I saw someone say that this is like the 318th LR. I don't know if that's 100% accurate. I'd have to go look at it. But if it is, it makes sense as to why they did that. Made this one an LR, right? The 318th, 318, Saiyan Day. I think that's very cool. So if that's true, I think it's very neat. All right, let's go and let's look at this guy. Let's look at all his details. So he is a Pure Saiyan's corroded body and mind and gifted warriors leader. Category Ki plus 3, HP up by 200%, and attack defense up by 170, plus an additional HP attack and defense up by 50% for characters who also belong to Majin Buu Saga or Uncontrollable Power category. Looking at his links here: Super Saiyan, Saiyan War Race, Saiyan Pride, Royal Lineage, Over Flash, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. And these guys are going to be on a butt ton of teams too. Like, we're gonna look at their team list. They're going to be on a ton of them, man. All right, let's look at it here. So this is the Majin Vegeta side. He does start as Majin Vegeta. So the basic effect is going to be Ki plus 3, attack up by 300%, and defense up by 200%. 18% damage reduction and guard. Okay. 3 or more Ki spheres obtained, or when 3 or more extreme class allies are on the team, he's going to get Ki plus 3 with at least 1 Ki sphere obtained. Attack up by 180% and launch initial super attack when attacking. And he's going to get defense up by 180% and damage reduction up by 18% when receiving an attack. Okay, so another boost in his damage reduction, right? He's already got the guard. He's getting some defense here. He's getting more damage reduction. Launch the additional super is great because this guy is a stacker, right? We saw it in the breakdown from the producer's letter. He is a stacking character. He does have an EX super. So him doing more supers, him getting his damage reduction, the extra defense is going to be good for him in the long run. Let's see, five or more Ki spheres obtained, or when 4 or more extreme class allies are on the team. Ki plus 3 with at least 1 Ki sphere obtained. Another 18% damage reduction when receiving an attack. And for 1 turn only, he's going to get an extra 180% defense when receiving an attack. Now, I think this is basically just because you're stacking him, right? He's stacking up. You got to give him that time to stack. So they want to give him the 1 turn of extra defense to really kind of help him with his survivability until he can get his defense up a little bit higher on his own. So that's good there. That's fine. I do hate that it is only 1 turn, but I do kind of understand why they do that. Just to give him that little bit of a early on survivability instead of just like kind of throwing him to the wolves. And then with 7 or more Ki spheres obtained, or when 5 or more extreme class allies are on the team, he's going to get Ki plus 5 with at least 1 Ki sphere obtained and another 18% damage reduction before attacking. Now, there was a mistranslation here during the actual producer's letter. It was like Ki plus 5 with at least 1 Ki sphere obtained, and then like Ki plus 5 when obtaining a Ki sphere. So they like kind of doubled it up. They kind of messed this up. So this is actually what he's getting. He's getting more damage reduction. So he's got guard. He's got damage reduction here, here, and here. Plus all the defense that he's getting. Plus he's a stacker. I think he's going to look very good. I think he's going to look very, very good. Now, this is, of course, another 18% before attacking. So that does mean you're going to have to put him in slot 1 in order for him to get this to proc. But, I mean, once he's kind of getting going, right, he should be fine. And then for that first turn, he's got the extra 180% defense here as well. This extra ki that he's getting from each of these phases is great because he needs it for the EX Super, because he has to have 24 ki in order to do it. There's still a 60% chance, but he's got to have the 24 ki. So him getting the extra ki here when obtaining ki spheres, when getting 3, 5, and 7, it really helps. It really helps, because here you're not just getting 7, you're getting 7, another 5, another 3, and another 3. So he's getting quite a bit of ki just by picking up the ki spheres that he needs already. So I like this design. It is a little wonky in the fact of needing ki spheres and then needing extreme class, because once we look at the Goku, he's more need ki, need super class. So there will be a little bit of team building strategy that you kind of have to work through in order to like really max out their potentials. But let's keep going through his stuff here. So when attacking, he's going to get 180% attack. When attacking with 18 or more ki, he's going to get another 300% attack and chance to perform a crit up by 30%. When receiving an attack from an enemy who is hit by the character's super attack, so again, slot 1, right? This is where you put him in slot 1, extra damage reduction, he hits the enemy, and then he's getting this buff here where he gets another 200% defense. When there is another Majin Buu Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, or starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry, you're going to meet up with Super Saiyan 2 Goku Angel and perform the reversible exchange. So this is a lot like the UI Goku and the Super Saiyan 4s that we saw on the 11th anniversary. They put in the extra little condition here to get the reversible exchange to where it basically can proc right away, right? Almost like an entrance animation. It's just gonna pop up. You're gonna have it available to you, and you're gonna be able to swap between the two at any point, which is phenomenal. I love that they do that. Makes it way better to just be able to swap between the characters at will whenever you want to, especially right at the start of a fight. We already went over his links, his categories. Yeah, dude, look, like he's got so many categories here. Like it's so many. Every time it's a Goku and a Vegeta, they get an abundance of categories, and not only like categories, but good categories too. Like these are great categories. All right, let's look at his super attacks here. So for his 12 ki, raise attack defense for 1 turn, cause colossal damage to the enemy. For his 18 ki, oh, they didn't want to show it here. What the heck you doing, me? They just went ahead and jumped straight to the EX super. All right, dude, sure. So basically, right here, he's gonna raise attack and defense. So he's gonna stack this whole time. We could actually pull up the live stream. Let's do that really quick. We'll go here. We'll go here. Yeah, shush. We can pull up his actual details once we get there. Here. So here's his actual super attack information. Yeah, so just raise attack and defense, cause mega colossal damage, and that's it. So that's good to have right there. Then we go into his EX super. So the condition for his EX super, when the first attack in the turn is a super attack performed with 24 ki, 60% chance for the super attack to become an EX super. This is going to greatly raise his attack defense, cause ultimate damage to all enemies, and attacks effectiveness all types. It also will disable enemy action once within the turn. So you're not only going to be able to do that, but you're going to hit everybody. So if it's a multiple like boss fight, you're going to do an AoE. It's going to be effective against all types, and you're going to disable an enemy action for each of them, which is fantastic. This reminds me a lot of like the active skill for like the Piccolo Jr., where it just hits everybody and they're all basically like attack broken. So that's basically what this is kind of like here. It is a 60% chance that you get this. You do have to get the 24 ki in order for it to actually proc. So it's going to be like a coin flip whether or not you actually do get this or not, which does kind of stink. The greatly raised attack and defense will be a huge help if you're able to get that off, as opposed to just raising attack and defense. So trying to shoot for that EX super is good, but you know, he's really helping himself out here with all the ki that he's going to be getting from collecting ki spheres already, the extra ki. So I think he's going to be fine in getting that 24 ki condition. It's just going to be that 60% chance to proc it is going to be the determining factor, I think. All right, so then we're going to look at the Super Saiyan 2 Goku Angel here. Basic effect, can perform reversible exchanges Majin Vegeta. Yep. Key +3, attack defense up by 250. Damage reduction 18% and chance to dodge 40%. With 4 or more key spheres obtained, or when 2 or more superclass allies are on the team, key +3 with at least 1 key sphere obtained. 180% attack and launch initial super. 180% defense and chance to dodge, and damage reduction up by 35% when receiving an attack. Okay, so he's got, yeah, the 40, so 75% chance to dodge, over 50% damage reduction just from getting 4 key spheres or having 2 superclass allies. That's a really good like start. 6 or more key spheres obtained, or when 3 or more superclass allies are on the team, he's going to get guard. You definitely want to make sure you get this. Key +3 with at least 1 key sphere obtained. Attack up by 180% when attacking. And for 1 turn, he's going to get another 10% chance to dodge. So instead of like the 1 turn extra defense, this will be a 1 turn extra dodge. So that first time you get this, he's going to have 85% chance to dodge, along with the damage reduction and guard. Okay. Yeah, the Goku looks really good so far. 8 or more key sphere obtained, or with 4 or more superclass allies on the team, key +3 with at least 1 key sphere obtained. Attack up by 180%. Chance of performing a crit up by 30%. And all allies get attack defense up by 20%, plus an additional 30% for characters who belong to Majin Buu Saga category. Okay. And that's when attacking. So he does have to actually attack first, and then everybody will get that buff. So ideally, you'd want him in slot 1, do his attack, and then the rest of the turn would get this buff here. Because it's not a multi-turn buff, it's just one turn. Okay, and then when activating the active skill or when attacking with 18 or more ki, he gets attack up by 300%. I think that's... Oh, and chance to crit up by 30%. So 300% attack and crit up by 30% when activating the active skill or when attacking with 18 or more ki. Okay. Yeah, dude, he looks really good. Again, you're going to have to play around a little bit with like the team building, because getting the key spheres will be difficult, right? So like between the Majin Vegeta and the Goku needs 1 extra key for each of these phases, but 1 less of the ally type than Vegeta, and then vice versa. Obviously, like Vegeta needs 1 less key, but 1 more of the typing on the team. Because you can do 7 characters on a team. You can run these both as a leader. So that takes care of 2. But it's going to be extreme class. So if you run like 4 extreme class and then 3 super class, you would get both of their second parts. Yes. Yeah, so if you ran a team that had 4 extreme and 3 super, you would get their all the way up to the halfway through their passive done. You would just need for the last phase to get the key that you need, either 7 or 8, depending on who you have out. I mean, or you just build a whole team around extreme class or a whole team around super class, and then you're just relying on key for the other character, right? So really, it's going to come down to like who you plan on running for that team. Will depend on who you want out as like your main person. Like if you're running a full villain team, you want Majin Vegeta out, hands down, like bar none. You want Majin Vegeta out. He's going to get everything that he needs from there. Goku will still be very good, of course, but Majin Vegeta will be more tailored towards the team with everything from his passive. And if you're running more of a super class team, super class heavy team, you'd want to get the Goku out, which is also fine because the ability to switch just comes from Majin Buu Saga, which, I mean, if you're running both these guys as a lead, is super easy. Okay. Can we look at the Majin Buu Saga category here? What am I doing? Let's do this. Here. Let's look at this. Yeah, so I mean, we've got the Babidi, the Z Duo, obviously the new Deborah, the Yakon, the Pui Pui is the banner unit, right? So he's gonna be another extreme class character. So I mean, if you ran them, and I mean, you could run the Vegito as another super class if you want to run super classes characters. Yeah, and then we're gonna get the EZA for the Int Majin Vegeta here, so that's another extreme class character you can do. Yeah, man, I mean, you could really bolster the extreme class side of all of this for sure, like easily. I mean, you could run the whole like Majin team, right? You could have Babidi, you could have the Majin Vegeta, you could have the Babidi, you could have Deborah, Yakon, Pui Pui, the EZA Majin Vegeta in here to like. Yeah, the team building is going to be a little different. It's gonna take some doing to get it just right, or to get it fit just the way you want. You can have it either very synergistic, or you can have it weighed heavier to one side, depending on the team that you're running and how you want to run them, right? So this character is going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of practice, and a little bit of like finagling to try to figure out how exactly the best way to run him, or the way you want to run him, right? So it gives him a little bit more versatility for either side, but makes it a little hard to run both sides at the same time, if that makes sense. So we'll have to wait and see him actually in game, see how he actually performs, and just, dude, I think it's gonna be very fun either way. All right, so Goku does have an active skill instead of an EX Super. So this can be activated when there are 3 or more extreme class allies and 3 or more super class allies on the team, or starting from the 4th turn to start a battle. So if you balance the team out, like I just said, you've got 4 and 3, you're good. Like you're gonna be able to get this like right away. Or you just wait till the 4th turn from the start of battle, which really isn't that bad of a condition anyway either. 4 turns in is really not bad at all for the active skill. This active skill is going to greatly raise attack temporarily, cause ultimate damage to the enemy, and within the turn that it's activated, all attacks will be crits. And he's also going to change all key spheres to Fizz and Int. Okay. That's really good, because that will definitely help out with what Vegeta needs, or Goku, right? To be able to get all the key that they need. They'll be able to proc that right away. And then the Int key spheres is a little odd. I mean, is it for Majin Vegeta? Or it could be for Babidi for the standby. Let me look at what this guy used to do. Yeah, he needs key spheres. So obviously we don't have the EZA details for this guy just yet, but looking at what he was, he needed at least 6 key spheres to get that additional damage reduction. So that will definitely help him out. That condition there will definitely help to be able to get the Int Majin Vegeta the key he needs as well. Looking at the links, so we changed a little bit here. So Golden Warrior, All in the Family, Kamehameha, and Prepare for Battle. Same categories. Then we go into the super attacks. So the 12 key super is going to raise attack defense for 1 turn, cause colossal damage to the enemy. And then the 18 key is going to raise attack and defense and mega colossal damage to the enemy, while raising allies' defense by 18% for 3 turns. Yeah. So he is stacking as well. So when you swap over, he's not going to stop stacking. He's still going to stack. And he's going to give 18% defensive support for 3 turns to the allies. Oh my gosh. Dude, he's so good. On paper, they look so good. Not you yet, Pui Pui. We're not there yet. Dude, they look really good. They look like they're gonna be really fun. They, like I said, they might take a little bit to kind of get used to figure out how to run them just right. But they look like they're going to be a fun character, man. I'm looking forward to this. All right, let's look at Pui Pui real quick. So he is a corroded body and mind and inhuman deeds category leader with Ki +3, HP attack and defense up by 130. I was really hoping we'd get a Pui Pui card. Actually, I kind of joked about it in one of our past videos, just saying that with Deborah and Yakon. And then we got the Babidi Super Easy A. I was like, man, the only one we're missing now is a Pui Pui. He's like, we should get a Dokkan Fest Pui Pui. Let's get a LR Pui Pui in here. Well, there's our Pui Pui. He's a banner unit, but he's here. So that's awesome. I do like that they filled out that whole team. Let's see. Basic effect, Ki +1, attack and defense up by 100%. Great chance to form a crit and a medium chance to dodge. So great chance is 70%, medium chance is 30%. So 70% chance to dodge, 30% chance to, or 70% chance to crit, 30% chance to dodge. When receiving an attack, he gets 100% defense. As the first attacker in a turn, he's going to have a great chance of attack and defense up by 713%. Medium chance of defense up by 4,410%. And damage reduction rate and chance of evading enemies' attack up by 40%. Okay. That seems very interesting. I don't think I'll be running him in slot 1 anyway, just because he's only got 30% chance to dodge. That defense might be, I don't know how well that defense is actually really going to be. It's only 30% chance to proc it too. I mean, 40% chance to dodge here, so he's at 70% chance to dodge. I mean, if you're really in a bind, sure. Or if he's locked in slot 1, sure, he's got something here, but like, I don't think you're going to want to do that. As the third attacker in a turn, chance to crit and dodge and damage reduction up by 30%. Okay, so you go to, what, 60% dodge in slot 3? Plus you got the crit, you got damage reduction. Great chance of having attack and defense up by 713% when attacking. High chance of attack up by 4,410% when attacking with 12 or more Ki. So it goes from the defensive chance to a attack chance, and it jumps into a 50% chance to proc. Interesting. When 4 or more Majin Buu Saga category allies are on the team, or when all allies are extreme class characters, he's going to force these super attacks, randomly change Ki to a certain type to rainbow, have another 10% chance to dodge, and guard. This is going to be very easy. You're only going to want to run him with extreme class anyway. And then having the 4 more is going to be very easy. You run the 2 Majin Vegetas, then you have Deborah, right? Or the LR free-to-play Babidi, or the Int Majin Vegeta whenever he gets his EZA. That's very easy to do. This one is almost guaranteed because you're not going to run him on a super class team. I don't see why you would. I mean, unless you're running, I guess, the Majin Vegeta, you throw some super class characters on there, you throw Pui Pui in there. That's the only reason I could see that. But I like the Scouter effect. I do like the Rainbow Orb change. That's going to help out with Vegeta getting his Ki that he needs. So that does help as well. Yeah, okay, his links and everything. Super attack, raise attack and defense, cause supreme damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers defense. So he stacks as well. Okay. So both the main LR and the banner unit both stack. Good to know. Pui Pui actually I think looks really good. I think he looks great for the team. I think he's going to fill out very well with Majin Vegeta, with Deborah. I like that they are, you know, they have Deborah came out just at the beginning of the month. Then they're getting the Majin Vegeta in there, which helps support that Deborah. Pui Pui helps that as well. So a lot of support and a lot of building around this team here, which is very, very good. And I'm very happy to see it, as opposed to just like Deborah comes out, he's cool for like a week, and then you never use him again. He actually has usability to keep continuing, and his team has actually built, so which is actually really good. So I'm looking forward to this character. I think it's gonna be very, very fun. This is a character, like I said, I wanted very badly. So the fact that we're actually doing it makes me very, very happy. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. Let me know down below your guys' thoughts for the Saiyan Day pick for the LR Majin Vegeta plus Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku. I think it's gonna be awesome, man. I think it's gonna be very, very fun. If you guys stuck around to this video, I do appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Again, let me know your guys' thoughts down below for these guys, your thoughts for Saiyan Day overall, this celebration as it kind of builds off one another. And are you guys super excited for Weep Wee? Let me know down below. Like, subscribe to the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See you.